lot of people think the hardest part about buying a home is getting approved. And let me tell you, it is not. The part that can quietly change your whole life is the monthly payment that you agree to after closing. Because the truth is, a lot of first-time homebuyers are not choosing a payment based on what feels comfortable to them in real life. They are choosing a payment based on what the bank says they can qualify for. And those two things are not the same. So in this video, I want to help you figure out the number that matters the most before you even start touring homes. And that is your comfort number, because buying a home should bring you peace, not pressure. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kay, giving you the real keys to home ownership. And on this channel, I break down the home buying process step by step in a way that's simple for you to follow so that your first buy is your right one. If you're ready to start your home buying journey and want help figuring out what your next steps are, I do offer one-on-one consultations where we can create a plan around your budget and your goals. The link for that is in the description below. Now for the rest of you, let's get into it. One thing I really want my buyers to understand is this. Just because you can get approved for a number does not mean that's what you should spend. And I know that sounds simple, and if you're a returning subscriber, you've heard it a million times. But this is where buyers get themselves into trouble. Because I get it. Getting approved feels exciting, you're making progress, and now you're like, I'm finally able to go look at the houses I've been seeing on Zillow and looking at online. But I'm here to tell you, after the closing day photos, after the keys, after the move, that's when real life comes back. You still have groceries, gas, kids, car problems, future plans, and after all of that, you still need room to breathe. And if no one tells you this up front, or no one helps you think through this as you're going through the process, it's very easy to pick a number that looks fine on paper, but feels very heavy in real life. That is why this video matters, because the goal is not just to get into the house, but to still feel good living in it 6 months later. The bank gives you an approval number. You need to give yourself a comfort number. That pre-approval number is based off of formulas and ratios. But your comfort number is based on your actual real life. It's based on your habits, your responsibilities, your priorities, and your future. Because the bank doesn't know if you're trying to save more money right now, or if you have a desire to travel. It doesn't know if you're planning for kids or thinking about changing your job or making plans for your future self. And those things matter so much. So instead of asking what can I qualify for, ask what kind of payment actually fits my life. This is a topic I am so passionate about because I see numbers and approvals every day, and it's very easy for a buyer to get caught up and go with the number that the bank gives them as opposed to focusing on what they can actually afford. That's not a position that I want you to be in. I never want someone to end up in a house where they felt proud to be in it on closing day, but then are regretting it a month later. So let's make this practical. I want to walk you through a very simple way that you can start finding your comfort number before you go out and touring and looking at these homes. Step 1 is to look honestly at your life right now. And I mean honestly, not the version of your spending that sounds nice, or where nothing goes wrong, or where you promise yourself that you're going to cut everything out later. What does your month actually cost you right now? Pull out a piece of paper. I want you to write down your rent or your mortgage, your groceries, your gas, your phone bill, your car note or car insurance if you have one, your subscription, your childcare, your eating out, your random Walmart trips. All the things I want you to write down and add up. And whatever is left over after all of that, that space right there, that's where your comfort lives. Because if you do not know what your life already costs, it is very hard to find a house payment that will feel comfortable. And a lot of people will skip over this video because it's not exciting, okay? It's boring. No one wants to do this. Who wants to budget? But this is the part that protects you. You do not need to be perfect with money to buy a home, but you do need to be honest. And you don't have to tell me your business, but you need to be honest with yourself. Let me give you an example. Let's say you bring home this much each month, all right? And after all your normal bills and spending, this is what is left. That leftover space matters and is where your comfortability is going to lie. Step 2 is where a lot of people mess up. Do not just think about what you can survive. think about the life you want to live after you buy, because that is a part of the mistake. Buyers choose a payment that they can technically survive, but surviving is not the goal. The goal is stability, the goal is peace, the goal is being able to enjoy your home without every little unexpected expense feeling like a crisis. So when you think about affordability, do not ask yourself, can I make this work? The better question to ask would be, what kind of life will this payment create for me? And step 3 is to remember that the house payment is not the full story. And this is where life after closing really matters. Because as we all know, and if you don't, I'm here to tell you, after closing on that home, there are other costs that come with owning. Your utilities may be different from month to month. The maintenance on that home is now your responsibility, both financial and emotionally. Yard work costs money. Insurance can change, and so can taxes. And those changes do not always happen on day one, but sometimes they do come later. And that is why I want buyers to leave room in their budget, because when life starts lifing, you're gonna need that margin. Step 4 is to test that number, the comfort number you've come up with, emotionally and practically. A comfortable payment usually feels like this. You can still pay all your bills. You can still save a little something. You have some breathing room. A surprise does not completely wreck you. And you are not depending on everything going perfectly in that month. Now, a stretch payment usually feels like this. You can make it work, but only if nothing goes wrong. You're already thinking about what you have to cut. You feel nervous. You know one surprise bill could throw everything off. And you're hoping that numbers behave more than you actually feel secure. That's where people usually find themselves saying, I can make this work. I just need everything to go right. And that's not the position I want you in, nor am I gonna put you in if I have anything to do with it. So here's a simple comfort test that you can use. Before you commit to a home price range, ask yourself these 4 questions. Number 1, after this payment, can I still save money each month? Number 2, if a bigger expense came up like a repair, would I panic? Number 3, would this payment force me to give up too much of my life that I care about? And number 4, if costs went up later, would I still feel okay? If any of your answers feel shaky to those 4 questions, that's worth paying attention to. You do not need to max yourself out to prove that you're ready to own a home. And honestly, that's not playing small. That's what I call playing smart. A home should fit into your life without too much disruption. So before you start touring and getting attached to homes, I want you to find your comfort number first. That number will protect your peace more than any approval number ever will. If you are trying to figure out what your real comfort number is and want help talking through your specific situation, I do offer one-on-one consultations where we can build a plan around your goals, your budget, and the kind of life that you want your home to support. The link for that is in the description below. And if this video helped you, keep watching these next 2 videos, especially this playlist, to avoid first-time homebuyer common mistakes and make smart decisions throughout your home buying process. Remember, when you know better, you buy smarter. Until next time, see you in the next one.